Today is Monday, April 28, 2014. The sunrise this morning was at 5:48 a.m. The sun will set at 7:50 p.m. Length of daylight hours today will be 14 hours, 1 minute of visible light, 15 hours, 4 minutes. Tomorrow's daylight will persist 2 minutes, 39 seconds longer than today's. The waning crescent moon with 1% illumination is 28 days old, rose at 5:27 a.m. and will set at 7:24 p.m. At noon, the moon will pass above Rutland City at 236,406 miles distant from the center of planet Earth. The moon today will appear within the first zodiacal designation, Aries, the Ram, born today with the sun in Taurus, the Bull. Happy birthday, tough guy actor Frank Vincent. He's 74. Actress entertainer Anne Margaret is 73. In music history, the Beatles single Eleanor Rigby was released on April 28, 1966. In 1940, Glenn Miller's recording of Pennsylvania 65000 was released. The title is the telephone number of the Pennsylvania Hotel in Midtown Manhattan. In the smear campaign before the election for the presidency of the United States, one candidate was accused by his opponents of being a closet Muslim. Some Christians viewed all Muslims as agents of religious error and a foreign threat. The time was not the 2000s, but the 1790s, and the presidential candidate was Thomas Jefferson. For Jefferson, the idea of a Muslim president or even a Muslim citizen was an abstraction. He didn't know that there were many Muslims already in America. They were brought here as slaves from Africa. Many of them had been seized and transported from West Africa. Author Denise A. Spellberg writes in a new book, Jefferson's Koran, Islam, and the Founders, and the first American Muslims may have numbered in the tens of thousands. Abbas Milani writing in the New Republic. Under partly cloudy skies in downtown Rutland, high temperatures predicted to reach 58 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale. Expect a mix of sun and clouds, north winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, winds from the east 5 to 10 miles per hour, and an overnight low temperature near 40 degrees and a 10% chance of precipitation. Highest temperature in the U.S. on Sunday was 109 degrees at Laredo, Texas. Lowest temperature was 15 degrees at Santa Maria, Colorado.
True Hollywood story. On September 1, 1948, Hollywood actor Robert Mitchum was arrested for marijuana possession at a party in the Hollywood Hills. Arrested with Mitchum and also charged with possession was little-known actress Leela Leeds. In a place where routinely studio contract players were protected from bad publicity and prosecution, Mitchum was not so lucky. He was sentenced to 60 days and 3 years probation, serving time in county jail and a prison farm in Castaic, California. It didn't hurt his career. In fact, he got even better parts in bigger pictures after the bust. In Hollywood, you play your cards right. You do a little time. You'll go out to lunch and never pay for another drink as long as you live.
Unless you are Leela Leeds. She appeared in a handful of pictures, mostly uncredited, between 1946 and 1949. She was 20 years old when she was sentenced to 60 days in the Mitchum marijuana bust. Her career never recovered from the scandal. She left Hollywood in 1949 and moved to the Midwest, where she married, divorced twice, had 3 children. She never made another movie and died in obscurity.
Believe it or don't, it's your choice. I don't care.
Interesting to you.
Business Insider's Dina Spector reports that on Tuesday, the moon will block out all but a bright ring around the sun known as an annular eclipse. Unfortunately for us, this spectacular ring of fire will only be visible in a remote and uninhabited region of Antarctica. Other parts of the world, however, will be able to see partial phases of the eclipse. That includes all of Australia and the southern edge of Indonesia. An annular solar eclipse is different from a total solar eclipse when the moon blots out the entire sun. It occurs when the moon crosses the sun dead center at its farthest distance from Earth, meaning the moon isn't big enough to cover the sun completely. The moon appears as a black dot in the center of a blazing ring. For those not in the path of the partial eclipse, the SLU space camera will broadcast the cosmic event as it happens over Australia. The event has been dubbed the Penguin Annular Solar Eclipse, since it's one of the few annular eclipses that will most likely only be seen by penguins, SLU astronomer Bob Berman said in an emailed statement. That webcast will begin Tuesday at 2 a.m. You've been listening to today's Weather Minute. I'm Richard Alcott.